Apple Valley Unified School District Superintendent Trenae Nelson paramount point at the 2020 State of the District address.
Yeah, I think really for us it's the power of public education and the fact that we are preparing citizens for our community, and it builds our community in the end. And so as we move forward with this portrait of a graduate and student voice and equity, I think that again, having a caring, loving adult, that whether it's a driver, a food service worker, a custodian, a grounds person who stops and talks to a student beyond just the classroom, these kids need adult contact that is appropriate and caring, and they belong. And so for us, knowing that those kids come to school and want to be here is powerful, and if they don't, we need to know why.
The Apple Valley Unified School District has added to teaching reading, writing, and arithmetic responsible social behavior.
We have to really believe that every child can learn, and we have to really believe that we are here to support them regardless of their need. So it's no longer that we're here to just teach academics. I'm not sure that we ever really were. We are here to support kids learning to be students. That's really what we start with. Every kindergarten class and transitional kindergarten class, that's what they're teaching kids, how to be a student. And they come into us at other times of their career pathway or their educational pathway, and we still have to teach them how to be students.
Career readiness receives high marks as students learn skills qualifying them to enter the workforce upon graduation, thanks to industry partnerships.
For Exquadrum'S, it's just absolutely essential that we're working with the school districts in the valley. And the reason that's true is because the school districts are providing the product that we buy, students. And for Apple Valley Unified specifically, the Precision Machining Academy that's been set up at Apple Valley High School, we've been the direct benefactors of that program. We're so thankful that the school district's very forward-leaning and understands the partnership requirements between industry and education, and Exquadrum'S benefiting from that partnership.
Students certainly benefit from Eric Schmidt's input.
Because every person should know how things come together at work. It's something that Eric taught us early on when I was at Apple Valley High School as a principal, in putting together a machine shop, how the value of that is for an engineer.
High desert industry leaders collaborate with educators. The goal, learn what skills employers seek and require from students soon to enter the workforce, and how schools may stay ahead of the curve in providing students with those skills. Apple Valley's Ag program is way ahead of the curve, having opened this school year their state-of-the-art barn, the only one of its kind in the state. Apple Valley students are now enrolled in the county's first after-school EMT class through a partnership with Victor Valley College and the Apple Valley Fire Protection District. A 9.5-unit after-school class taught by Victor Valley College instructors. Students will complete their field time through a cooperative effort with the Apple Valley Fire Protection District. Additional state-of-the-art recording equipment has arrived at the Granite Hills Great Academy.
The GREAT stands for, obviously, Granite Recording and Entertainment Arts Training.
Great Academy is a performing arts academy at Granite Hills High School.
It has been quite a year for the GREAT program.
It's been designated as an AME, which is Arts, Media, and Entertainment, model demo school. So what that means is that all of the high schools in California can come and take a look at what our program is, what we're doing here insofar as curriculum, organization, class offerings, partnerships that we've established with the community and businesses, and then they can use that as a model to take back to their areas and try to implement those programs.
Granite Hills' highly acclaimed and award-winning culinary arts program is expanding. A full-fledged bakery will be added and operated by students by this time next year. In the offing, 2 electric school buses.
Mojave Desert Air Quality Management District. We're currently working with Southern California Edison in their Charge Ready program to get the infrastructure installed for those 2 buses. And we're hoping to take delivery of those buses here in the next couple of months and get them out on the road.
Also in the Changing with the Times category, Public Information Officer Zoee Widener now relies heavily on
Social media is our #1 platform right now, actually. So many of our parents are on Facebook, especially, that we want to be on there in order to reach out to them. That's where a lot of parents say that they get their information from. And with this changing society, that's where everything's at now. So Apple Valley Unified School District really wants to be where our parents are, basically.
When it comes to graduation rates, the school's very high 92% is matched, perhaps surprisingly, by students in programs needing special attention.
There are various student groups that have needed particular attention. And by that I mean someone to check in on them, to be the mentor, to check in and make sure that they're making those benchmarks and those progress indicators along the way. And so, for example, for the English learner population, they have a dedicated high school counselor. This person's responsibility is wholly about that student and their family and making sure they have what they need to make those steps along the road to graduation. Graduation rates at 91.7%, just a whisper under the overall rate. Students, foster youth. Our foster youth graduation rate last year at 83.3%. It is one of the highest in San Bernardino County, in fact, probably the state. And the reason I can say that is because foster youth is an incredibly at risk or troubled population when it comes to making those milestones, simply because they move schools so frequently.
And increasing in the number of students.
And increasing in number, that's right. We have a foster youth population that's quite high for a number of reasons in Apple Valley. And our special education, students with special needs, that group also graduating at a higher rate in Apple Valley because of intense focus. Now, part of that's come as a result of the LCAP and the ability to add counselors, school psychologists, behavior supports folks into the system so that those students don't go as long without someone to check in on them. It's been an important measure.
In conclusion, Trenae Nelson emphasizes the heart of this district.
The heart of this district is the community that supports us, and I just value every relationship that we build because it impacts our kids. And it goes back to this. Does every child in our system have a caring, loving individual that wants to see them succeed? And I can tell you that when we ask kids about that, we identified people in the system that were those caretakers. They were their bus driver who knew that they had a parent that passed away a year ago, and when they got in an accident on the bus, passed out, that there wasn't a parent to call, there was an aunt to call. Those are things that most people don't know unless they get deep and understand the child. So I appreciate you being here today, and I look forward to continuing relationships with you. Thank you.